So, good evening. Almost good night, I guess, in some places. It's about 2056 um, on the 17th of August 2026. Today was like rest day. We had a public holiday. So, I've been home, basically sitting by my computer doing one or two things. But the most important was we're able to have our first almost full meeting on the discussion, the state of compressed earth big technology in Nigeria. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We had the key persons. I call him the SWAT, if there was anything like that in compressed earth big technology. As far as I'm concerned, Engineer Linus, Nnok. Um, so I had some difficulty um, finding the record button for the presentation, and we had already progressed. So I just had to make do with some other form of uh, recording to be able to capture it. So you'll find that we're almost in the middle of Engineer Linus' initial presentation because I wanted him to give the people some kind of background. Okay, yes, most of them were like already they had a background in compressed big technology, but I wanted to have a background on how it came, what it was all about. So um, just catch up where I was able to catch up with Engineer Linus, and yeah, I'm glad that we started this. So happy listening, happy listening.
Nibri in Lagos, for example, was handy at the start of the technology. And Nibri contributed a lot using the manual machines. And of course, it advanced other fabricators within Jos, Kaduna, these few places I can remember, are key in, and they've made their own inputs in terms of fabrication of the machines for the promotion of this technology. Today, you can see the buildings, buildings in compressed earth bricks dotted around almost everywhere in the country. And to some extent, since I left the center, I think a few other activities has been done, which I may not be privy to say exactly what they've done, but I know training-wise, the center has trained a lot of people, including artisans, giving in-depth understanding to the technology to some institutions, including universities, polytechnics, and colleges of technologies.
Morning, guys.
Hello?
Yes, morning. If you can mute, I'll have you. Just continue.
This, to my understanding, has laid a very good foundation for the promotion of the technology and the use of it so far. However, this has not come without challenges. There are a lot of challenges concerning the usage. Yes, it is a low-cost material for construction, but to what extent? This is where people have not really gotten it straight. When we talk of compressed bricks, it is about the wallings of the buildings in concern, especially when it comes to high-rise or other elements such as floors. You cannot directly implement it with ease without further analysis of the materials within the confine of that particular construction you are handling. and it has to do with the design, from architectural to the engineering part of it structurally, and so on and so forth. People have not really keyed into the use of professionals in getting compressed art bricks done. I've had the privilege to interface with people who come to make inquiries, especially in the center. And you hear questions like, I want to make a 2-bedroom flat. How much will that cost me? So that question does not really answer what the technology is all about. And if you go into giving such a person a straight answer, you may not be fair to the technology, because apart from the walls, there are other components of the building, which includes the foundation, it includes floors, ceiling, general finishing, the roof itself. When you look at all these components, that makes 100% of that building the person is talking about. The wall is just between 20 and 30%. So let's take an average of 25% of the total cost of the construction of the said building. So this cannot be measured as the overall cost when you are dealing only with the compressed bricks. So compressed bricks, we are talking of sourcing material to make the bricks. How do you fabricate the bricks? What is the quality of fabrication? How do you take care of these bricks until it is matured for use? And this is where it is limited. Although you can still use the bricks to achieve some roof elements like domes, and of course domes are into different categories depending on design. So design plays a very key role, and this is where architects and engineers are important in educating people about the technology. It is actually another way by which we can achieve housing in a moderate kind of a cost, because apart from the initial cost, you also have the long-time maintenance of the building, which bring in huge costs as well, depending on the lifespan of the building. So maybe I'll stop here. One or two persons will throw more light, and this is my take as foundation for compressed bricks. Up to this stage, people are still using it, and it should be encouraged. And also, we should also stress the issue of quality control, because this is where we find out that training is very important. And a lot of people go into this technology without understanding the basics in making the compressed bricks, let alone protecting the quality. So you have buildings deteriorating so soon after construction because the construction procedure was not well followed, starting from selection of material to the curing of the produced bricks. So I rest my case here for other contributors to make one or two things. Maybe if there's need, I will chip in as well. Thank you.
Okay. I think this discussion is going to go, I think, beyond what I expected. Not just for today. I had to bring in Engineer Linus because Engineer Linus, I can say, has been through all the roles in Center for Earth Construction Technology. Now, the argument that I think that is the basis of this set of discussions is, I know a lot of people will disagree. I don't know, Architect John disappeared, Mashpi, Peter Masham disappeared also. I don't know why. But I've had this position that compressed earthquake technology in Nigeria has failed. Okay, so I think this is going to be the topic of discussion for maybe the next 1 or 2 or 3 weeks or more before we come to other aspects of it. So why am I saying that? So, but Director Rahina, I don't know whether you're on. Probably you could just come in a bit, introduce yourself, and then just talk to us a bit about your own experience with compressed earthquake technology. After that, we'll have architect Jamabuchi. We'll have Henry, urban planner Henry. We'll have Benatiri from EcoRed. So if we could go in that order. Madam Rahina, are you on?
Yes.
Okay.
Good morning.
So what is your take on the assertion that I made that compressed earthquake has failed in Nigeria? The technology has failed in Nigeria. Just tell us a bit about yourself, your experience with compressed earthquake. Thank you.
Thank you. I am Mrs. Rahina Garba Haruna at working with National Commission for Museums and Monuments in Abuja, in charge of the Department of Monuments and Sites. Actually, we work hand in hand with Engineer Linus in respect of art construction brick. And I will not say totally it is a failure. It is not totally a failure in the sense that governments have not and bring out the beauty of what they want. And so that is why they go for the cement blocks to build. But over the years, I found out that the compressed earth brick itself, it's stable. And when you build it, you know that you've gotten something that is durable, that can last. And why people normally, if you see anybody using earth compressed bricks, is the reason why is that, you know, when you shoot a bullet, most especially like now we have insecurity in Nigeria, it doesn't penetrate the walls. It doesn't penetrate. And that is why most people that understand the use of earth go for the compressed earth bricks. So we need to sensitize. We only need at the moment to get maybe a minister of housing that keys into this technology, that sees the value of these things, and then now sensitize the executive council for the need for Nigeria to go back and embrace the compressed earth bricks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ma. Honestly, like I said, honestly, this discussion is going to go beyond 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. There are a lot of layers to this. So, Mr. Henry is a I don't know but you can introduce yourself. Mr. Henry is an entrepreneur. Mr. Henry has done compressed bricks. He has done Adobe. He's into Sankrit. So, Mr. Henry, please introduce yourself and then give us your background. I think you're someone who can speak also a long way to the state of compressed earthquake technology in Nigeria. Thank you, Mr. Henry.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being here. My name, like has been stated, is Henry Oshose Garba. I'm an urban and regional planner by profession, and I have interest in sustainable and affordable housing. Compressed earth bricks, like we know, is supposed to be a cheaper way to build, so to speak, a more affordable way to build, considering that we use earth that is available on site. I've built several structures. I produce and sell compressed earth bricks in Jos. And I've been privileged to build with compressed earth bricks over time. And yes, compressed earth brick is supposed to save us cost on construction, but I really of skilled labor in that regard. The cost of building with compressed earth brick is high. As it is now, I'm building a one-room office in my place, And to be honest, the cost of bricks, yes, insignificant, but that one bedroom, if I tell you I've spent over 1.3 million on labor alone, you'll be surprised. So I think, yes, fine, it is cheap, but we lack the skilled labor to do it. And the cost of labor rises the cost to make it so high. Yeah. So yes, fine. We need to really look at how to effectively have skilled labor that can help us rock the price down. It is beautiful, it is sustainable, it is convenient, yes. And I believe that we can achieve a lot with it if we can fine tune and have these discussions more and more and have skilled workers that can help propagate this thing. Yeah, yeah. But now, yeah, because I heard Mr. Linus, some speaker earlier on said, you can save, yes, 30%, 25%, but if cost of labor is high, that is defeated. And then, if the technology is not used properly, you have a problem of getting structures that are not sustainable because they are not properly built. And this raises the cost of maintenance. And by the end of the day, the whole aim of the thing is defeated. So yes, we can harness this and make construction a lot affordable. And more so with the housing deficit in Nigeria, I think it is good we promote this to the highest that we can. And the lady that just spoke, well, we share the same surname, but maybe she's my relation. I don't know. But yes, you know, we need some people that can propagate this thing for us. A minister of housing, because a minister of housing, minister of works that can integrate this thing into the system and make it a policy. Because our schools, I don't know why by the way, I sell cement blocks as well. And I don't see why we'll be building hospitals and schools with concrete blocks when we can get beautiful structures with compressed earth bricks. So I think I'll rest my case now and follow the discussion and add on when there's a need to, so that I don't take much of our time. There will be a need. The next discussion, maybe the next discussion after these 2, 3, or 4 will be. Sorry, I sometimes I use a lot of poetic language. I call it the role of the cement mafia in Nigeria as a cause, or one of the causes for the state of the compressed earth technology situation in Nigeria. So that will be for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 discussions down the line. Mr. Kawide, very welcome. Nendi, welcome. Architect Nendi, welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, if you can mute, we'll have you. Architect Jamabuchi.
Good morning, Chief.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Architect Jamabuchi, can we have you?
Sir.
Yes, well, I'll have you.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes. Morning, sir. Architect Jamabuchi is a PhD candidate. I don't know whether he has finished. He has very vast experience with the Benue bricks, but I think he has worked with compressed earth brick also. So please, Architect, thank you.
Yes, good morning, everybody. I hope has made all the introduction, so I will not go back to that. Yes. It will seem as if the technology of compressed earth bricks in Nigeria has failed, as it seems. But I'm into academics, and there are so many papers about compressed earth bricks from various paradigms and topics. So, first of all, I want to say that the first problem of compressed earth bricks, just like the director also said at that time, is the problem of perception. Just like he said, we Nigerians, we love flashy things, we love good-looking things, and the way you package it matters. Now, I'm going to, from the from what all the previous discussants have said, I picked out issues that can be addressed to remedy this situation, because from the technical point of view, compressed air bricks are what we really need to build our houses, especially residential houses in Nigeria, given our climatic conditions. Secondly, it's economically viable and better to use compressed air bricks, because why? It's earth right where you're standing, the material you're standing on, where you are. That is what you're using to build. You cut out the cost of foreign exchange, because like I attended a forum, a seminar 2 days ago on building materials and housing delivery forum in Nigeria. 60% of building materials in Nigeria are imported. Now you can imagine, given the current exchange rate, you can extrapolate for yourself how much that is in Naira terms, which is why we're having a huge housing deficit. And our landlords are having a few days. So compressed air bricks or earth itself is the way to go. But we have a perception problem, because people see it, the earth is what naturally human beings use. If you go to all rural areas, all villages, they understand it, they use earth to build. So people now attach building with earth as a poverty or low class kind of thing. Now people avoid it. So how do we go about this thing? First of all, is creating the awareness. And how do we create awareness? Number one, I know that you and I went to Jos together. We went to Center for Earth Construction at the museum. We all attended all those programs. But I've been in academics now for long. I even made attempts. I made attempts. I wanted you to even come to my school for
workshop.
Yes. Training. Exactly. The thing is, most schools in Nigeria are not even aware that there exists a technology like that. It's something they see maybe on the internet or in magazines or in the write-up somewhere. So the center in Jos would have by now probably liaised with NUC or NBTE to start right from the grassroots. What do I mean? Go to technical colleges. We're talking about an era where you need graduates who are supposed to be self-employed. Right from technical secondary schools, if you train those kids in the knowledge of production of those bricks, I mean, there'll be a difference. For example, look at my state, Benue State. There is a boom in the use of locally made burnt bricks. And if you go to all urban areas in Benue State, that is what they're using. They are poorly made. There's no engineering about it. They cannot give you all the technical details and the performance indexes and parameters of those bricks. But people are using it to build their houses. And who are producing those bricks? Little boys, teenagers, who after farm work, and there is nothing, they're waiting for harvest, they now go into the production of those burnt bricks. Now, if you capture that demographic and give them training in these things, there'll be a shift in it. Secondly, if we take this thing into polytechnics and departments of building, engineering, and architecture at the university level, you have increased the exposure of this technology. Thirdly, if we can engage all the professional bodies, NIA, NIOB, NSE, and get them to come on board for the sensitization of this, and engage NIBRI, which is the parent body that should be at the forefront of this technology, disseminating this information. I'm very happy that Martin is here. I don't know whether he's still online.
We'll get him back, whether today or okay.
Yes, he has to come back. He has to come back. So if these few things I've outlined, if we can get this thing and also tell Nigerians the benefits of using earth. That number one, it cuts down your thermal load. You may not need ACs as much, and so many other parameters. It is bulletproof. It regulates your temperature. It lasts a lifetime and all that. Nigerians will key into that. I'll just leave it at this point, like this.
Honestly, thank you very much. Like I said, this discussion will not go away. This discussion will not go away. Welcome, Architect Nendi and Salahu. I don't know what to call you. A PhD in you. His background is your urban developer, Kayode.
I'm with Kaduna State University.
Okay. So we'll have Binatiri.
Yes, sir.
I would have loved to maybe allow the Binatiri to, well, let me just allow him to speak. Binatiri, introduce yourself and what you do. I think this is a whole new conversation he's bringing in. So please, the floor is yours. Binatiri, Echo Red.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, everybody. I feel highly honored to be part of this team, sir. And this is a right action in the right direction, sir. As at update, Nigeria is a country whereby we have very high deficit when it comes to housing provision to individuals. And even with all the laws, all different eras and their policies of getting housing to everybody, we still discover that we are still lagging behind. All those housing policies and every other thing, they are just there like we read, and we continue reading, sir. But as this team has introduced the issue of compressed earth bricks, compressed earth is something that we need to maybe borrow a leaf from the idea of the one in Ghana. I know there's an author, one Professor Yeboah, who wrote so many things when it comes to housing delivery. I think he is a professor with Kwame Nkrumah University of Technology in Ghana. There's something they call in Ghana Atakwame. Atakwame idea is just like this burnt brick issue, but even their own is not burnt. They fetch the heart from their environment. They try to make good use of it, try to make it in sizes that are being moldable, like just bricks. Then after that, they use whatever they have in the environment to make sure that they provide housing. And when you see this, you discover that housing deficits in Ghana is not as high as that of Nigeria. Nigeria's own issue is just that everybody continues talking about it, but sir, this is a very good direction which we are trying to take, sir. Aside that, again, there's a need to talk to regulatory agencies because laws are to be made to favor the culture of the people, the custom of the people. Many of us are from family houses. There's nobody that is not from a background whereby in his own house, where the family came from, where his father or his mother came from, we have such. I'm a Yoruba guy. The whole of Yoruba land, the only way they can recognize with you is to go to your family. And the family houses are made with these burnt bricks. Some of them are even with just mud. And I discovered that they've been staying for ages. When it's comes to durability, they stay longer than we can think of what is our cement and sand molded bricks. So, sir, it is a very good direction, but framework of going towards the regulatory agency, trying to ensure that this is being incorporated in curriculum of schools, whether the technical education, whether the polytechnic, universities, where we have built environment. But, sir, it's a very good move. And thank you for including me, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I thought it was Binatiri from Eco Red, but no problem. Kayode, sorry, what is your background? Are you an estate valuer, urban planner? Which one I didn't?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
urban planner.
I'm an estate man from ND to PhD. I'm still a PhD student in estate management.
Okay.
From ND to PhD, estate.
Okay, because I know
participated in construction that you can ever think of, even other than even the issue of estate management.
Brother, I know you've been into construction, so that's a good one. So, Binatiri, EcoRed, please, let's have you.
Hello,
Yes.
my name is Binatiri. I'm founder at EcoRed. So I've heard everything everyone has said, and
Hold on, Binatiri. Yes, you need to tell us what EcoRed is. So not all of us know what. In fact, until we got in touch with you on LinkedIn, I had no idea. Okay, so give us a background, a very, very extensive background as you can, please. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I will also share our website as well, but I'll just give a small background on what EcoRed is. So basically, EcoRed is a company. We produce a bag of a 50 kg bag. This product contains dried laterite, cement, and pozzolan in one bag, and then we sell it to people to basically make the compressed earth bricks. We're trying to increase the amount of adoption of compressed earth bricks. We're trying to deliver it at a cheap rate so people can be able to basically adopt it, right? We've noticed that, like was mentioned in this call, Nigerians have a very strange perception on compressed earth bricks. And we've noticed it's much easier to convince people to key into it when they can see a product that they can use, right? So it's basically like a 50 kg, like cement. But we just put the laterite inside, we put the cement inside, and we put the pozzolan, and you just pour the bag on site and add water, and then you can basically make the compressed earth bricks directly. We, as of last month, we got with Neighboring. So we're getting a memorandum of understanding from Neighboring to push this and to again to create greater adoption for compressed earth bricks. We hope that if we're able to achieve this in the long run, maybe a year or 2 years from now, that would be, from my own perspective, it doesn't make sense. We are so Nigeria is so focused on using the sandpit option, right? A laterite or any form of compressed earth that is more readily available, it's cheaper, it makes more sense for our environment, and that's what we're trying to. I'll send our website to anybody that wants to see what we're doing. Let me send it to the group.
So, if I get you right, it is a combination of laterite, a combination of the stabilizer, which I believe is the cement.
Yeah.
Yes. Just those two, or anything else again? Okay, you said pozzolana.
Yeah, pozzolana.
So instead of a bag of cement, you're buying a bag of ingredients for compressed brick.
Yes. Basically.
Let me have Architect Dimka is still around. Yes, Mr. Architect Dimka. So Architect Dimka, could you just give us your own take, introduce yourself? Then I'll take it back to Linus. Mr. Linus, I think there's something there. So Architect Dimka, okay, just briefly, and then we'll have Mr. Linus after you.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nnok Dimka, just like Stephen has said. I'm an architect, basically in the private sector, practicing in the private sector. I've been there I stay in Kaduna. I've been there for quite some time. It's getting to 20 years in Kaduna, 13 years working with a company, practically working with a company. And I've been on my own for quite some time, I think for the past 7 years. We have been talking extensively with Stephen Makama over the years, concerning this, the use of compressed bricks and generally earth-based materials for building in Nigeria. And I think the time has just come, considering so many factors facing us, realities facing us as a country, and the realities facing the globally when it comes to building materials. Sustainability of the synthetic materials that we build has started taking a toll on the globe, mining, processing of these materials, energy requirements for processing the materials that we have. And I think there's a general quiet but sure shift towards earth-based bricks, mud, and so on for construction. This is, I believe, very timely because if you look at the situation we are in our country, there's a serious need for diversification of materials. I think the Sand Creek blocks have gone. We have overflowed them to a point where, if we need to have skills to be developed to be able to, use the what we call them, the CEBs now, because I've noticed that even if you want to do compressed earth bricks now, the skill to build and even prepare the preparation, is no longer there. So we need to really go back and look right from the basics, the grassroots, from skill development of those who want to start, building with blocks. We need to develop skills. We need to know how to, just like we have masons who lay blocks. We need to have masons who also know how to, professionally, lay these compressed earth bricks. I strongly believe that the next house I'm going to build, by the grace of God, or if I'm going to encourage anyone, would be to consider strongly, going into compressed earth bricks, because of the so many advantages that we have already mentioned, our colleagues have already mentioned on this platform. I am into it. I would also encourage the Kaduna chapter here and all other chapters of NIE to seriously look at this, especially I think the AGMs are coming up. If there could be paper presentations being done, to encourage architects to learn how to design, to learn how to create skills on how to work with the compressed earth bricks. I think the most important thing right now is to be able to get people to be aware of it. So I am going to go on a rampage, more or less.
Please, take it easy.
Well,
God,
what I'm saying that is because
no, I understand.
Look at the landscape. There's no deliberate push to employing compressed earth bricks. Despite the fact that they are cheap, they're easy to produce, and so on and so forth. But there's no push. You can't see our construction landscape with compressed earth bricks the way we want it to be. So I personally, will want to see how I can, come in here by encouraging. But sometimes when you're looking at this, you have to look at how to be able to reach those who are involved in real construction, even main construction companies, paying them visits, seeing how they can, encourage the use of compressed earth bricks, not just for building, maybe for landscaping too, roads and other, infrastructure. So I think this meeting is the birth for me within this hub of how we can, really begin to make people get conscious about how to use compressed earth bricks. And I believe if we as professionals and even laymen, those who are just into the skills sector, if we could get them to key in, it would go a very long way. So, sorry, I joined late. I was trying to.
No problem. It's in fact, that's why I moved it to. That's why I moved it to WhatsApp. Zoom is a bit complicated. By now, Zoom would have timed me out because the version I have is a bit. I've not subscribed. So and there are so many buttons all over. So I just felt that WhatsApp is the best. And so far, it's been very smooth. Mr. Linus, you heard Benatiri. I don't know. In my wildest dreams, I wouldn't have thought of, where you have, I think I've seen ready to take gari, where you have the milk, the sugar, the groundnuts, everything in one place. Before you go and buy gari, you go and buy the sugar, you go and buy the milk, you go and start looking for the groundnut. But I saw one package before where you have everything. All you don't need to do is get your water. Mr. Linus, you heard what Binatiri said. Their own innovation,
Yes.
I think we could call this a startup, is to have everything in a 50 kg bag. Please, can you speak to this?
Well, thank you so much. I am so impressed with this conversation. The technology of compressor bricks, just like the question you earlier raised, that has it failed? There are so many things to it, and I'm very glad that we are touching on a lot of aspects, because in the construction industry, compressed earth bricks definitely is playing a very vital role. And to whether it has failed or not, I think it depends on the stakeholders. And who are the stakeholders? There is a need for these stakeholders in court to come together. I think this one will be the very fundamental way to enforce or to make the right practice of compressor bricks. Why am I saying this? In every technology, you need a framework by which it should be operated. And even as a country, it should be such that there are laws to even cover whoever goes into it as a client or as a professional. And this can only be obtained when you have established a framework. And these frameworks, of course, we know it has to do with laws, the National Assembly, or whatever, the building industry generally. I remember there was this school of thought, and a lot of people have made contribution. A document has been drafted concerning building codes that includes compressor bricks. And it was so fantastic. That was before I became at the management level of the center.
Yeah.
But that was so encouraging. You could see a lot of people coming together to deliberate on how to make it work. Because we need this. In today's practice in the building industry, a contractor is given a work to construct a building.
Yeah.
And of course, in that contract awarded, it has a bill of quantities. And everything in that bill has been specified. And of course, they use references to build those things. Do we have compressed earth bricks in those kind of states that when government is awarding a contract to a contractor for any facility, whether residential or any other kind of a building, can we say that it is sure that we can have the input of compressor bricks? Yes, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing has shown a lot of interest as well. In some of the housing, they have proposed the use of compressor bricks in producing some of the units. But that framework still gives us a legal standing if we must push forward. Because if we said it collapsed, what are the indices that is supposed to make it stand instead of allowing it to collapse? It is trust. it is you believe that whatever you are doing, this money you are putting into the construction is worthwhile. Not that it is something that you come to regret or you start all over when you discover that it is not working. It is a framework that gives your client the assurance. It is that framework that gives even people who are rising in the construction industry to put their time in it. How many people are even eager to take this as thank God you are in the academics. I think the other speakers too, I think two of them mentioned something of being in the university as well and other academics field. So I think we need to work, and it starts from this kind of a platform where like minds will put heads together and see reasons why we need to create the atmosphere for people to be comfortable using compressor bricks. There are so many things that need to be put in check. It's not just the bricks. How do you come about the bricks? The machines are very important. In this discourse, I think we also need to bring people who are technically oriented in producing machines for the compressed earth bricks in Nigeria. Well, globally, they exist. But can we access those machines that are used elsewhere in the same quality in Nigeria? How many people are ready to produce these machines? Because the market is large. One person cannot meet the demand of the market for the machines. And people who are eager to put their hands on this technology will fall on anything they see that looks like a machine. There are a lot of things to be considered in a good press, whether it's manual or it is motorized, hydraulic, whatever you call it. It has a minimum standard. If this is not met, the quality of bricks, yes, the bricks may look good when you remove it at the start, but after curing, what is the quality? Because at that stage, you cannot reverse anything.
No.
When you have cured your bricks and they are ready for use, you can't reverse the quality. And it is, in most cases, the quality of the bricks is your surface finish. Because if you are making these bricks, I think the beauty of it is when you do not plaster. And it is one of the cost savings areas that when you are not plastering, it is one of the elements that bring down the cost of the wall. So that means the quality of your building standing for many years starts from the first brick that you make, or from the bricks that comes out from the machines. So we need to put a lot of things in check about the accurate what they are making, packaging. It's a good idea. I don't know how much can this be pushed. For example, you are packaging laterite in a bag like cement, and it has other things that you add to it. Compressed earth bricks has a lot of calibration, and these calibrations depends on the aspect or the type of use that you want to put it. In terms of the cement content, for example, it is measured that where you have a lot of defects on the wall, it has to be, the stabilization has to be a bit high. Or where you have elements like linters, this stabilization may have to be a bit high. Where the wall is freestanding, non-load bearing, you can step down. These are also methods by which cost is reduced in construction. If we said we are packaging it, are we calibrating them into these aspects as well? I don't know. I would have loved to have more interface with EcoRect so that we control together. I want this forum to even start the issue of the stakeholders, because we need to push until the government is ready to include, because if it is not included, you will never see award contract in compressor except where the client deliberately sign agreement, because we need a framework. That is all I'm trying to say. And this will work only when, I remember GIZ tried to do something in the past.
Yeah.
Makama, you are aware. And this kind of thing was proposed. And I think we had an election of set of leaders to propel this towards fusion. But I have not anything of recent from them. But if we continue this discourse, I'm sure you'll find out more about this, and let's hear from them. Architect Kolawale, I think, was one of the ESCO for that one. So you please try and get his contact and maybe discuss more on him. Let's see how we can continue from where they stop. Architect Paulette was also a member of that small that body. So I don't know where they stopped, but we need to make a push from that. Even if we are starting afresh, I think their idea also will also propel more things from this point to see if we can get it right.
Yeah.
It baffles me if I go around and see buildings that are not well made because the bricks were poorly produced. It makes me like, why are we killing it? Why are we killing it?
Yes.
Because if we allow quacks to continue to do whatever they want, we are not making it different from the Adobe.
Yeah.
And the Adobe is another technology of its own.
Yeah.
So if you are doing Adobe, you do it strictly as Adobe. But when you are doing compressed bricks, do it strictly as compressed bricks. So you don't bring the two technology together because they are different. They are only sharing material. Even the material they are sharing, the details of each material varies. So let us not make the practice of one to intertwine with the other. So this is where the framework is very important, because it will specify, it will break the thin lines between these materials we are using in construction. None is inferior. It is what you choose to use. And if you use it well, it is as good as any other material. It is the interest and how you put it, the know-how that comes into making it work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Engineer Linus. Binatri, I don't know, were you able to call Mr. Linus? This is the Engineer Linus I tried to link you up with. But then I think I'll leave that to you. You can... okay, so you can continue your conversation. Initially, I thought we'd spend 45 minutes. It's going beyond that. Unfortunately, some people are having network issues. So I think so that at least we have laid the groundwork. I'm very excited by the enthusiasm. I feel very honored. Honestly, I never expected to have such a very, how do I put it, focused discussion. Like I said, there are many facets into it. The role of professionals, people who are lovers of CEB, other stakeholders, so many aspects of it. In fact, even to the people who do the manufacturing, In fact, I don't know whether any of you has, Mr. Linus would know. Henry, I don't know. You're all aware of hydrofoam. How did hydrofoam start? I make this assertion. I know some people are not going to like really agree with it, but it turned out, I found that out in 2022 or 23, that it was two Nigerians, late architect Valentine and architect Kolawole. They traveled to South Africa with a machine that was made in Jos, Bukuru, by BB Brothers. They took it to South Africa and then laid the groundwork for the introduction of the technology in South Africa. Today, South Africa has hydrofoam. Yes, you're welcome back, Jemabuchi. Today, South Africa has hydrofoam. Where is Nigeria? So that's why I keep saying, has this technology failed? But then this is going to be part of the continuous discussion. Like Engineer Linus said, what are the metrics? What do you use? What are the indices that you use to check or to measure what a failed technology is? But I think, honestly, we need to get our technology back. Hydroform has been able to do what they're doing. In fact, I think I'll include him. I was able to talk to one of their people. We had a small chat. I approached them on LinkedIn, trying to find out about some programs they would have educationally. So we arranged for a call. But I think if we can expand the discussion, people are buying compressed earth brick machines from China. Why? So these are just layers and layers of the discussion. Yeah, welcome back, Architect Jamubuchi. So I think for today, we spent almost about an hour, which I believe is very good. I'll just have your closing statements, 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll call it a day for today. But then we'll rearrange, and then hopefully we'll get additional people. I don't know what happened to Architect Dafan. Peter Mashem had to travel, so he sent his apologies. 1 or 2 people also sent their apologies. But we have quite a number of people who have that background. So let me just have a few comments from each of you, and then I'll just say the final words, and then we'll call it a day for today. So whichever order, you can just, Mr. Henry, let's have your closing statements for this morning.
Yeah, my network is really bad.
No problem, yeah.
But I'm really glad to be part of this. And the connection I've been part of, I haven't been able to participate well, to listen. But subsequently, my input will be more.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to be here, and I wish us the best.
Thank you. Architect Nendi?
Thank you.
Yeah. All I need to say right now is that CEB's time has come. We need to get it across to as many people, the information to as many professionals and people as possible. I believe the future is bright for CEB, and it's timely. Thank you.
Benaturi?
So basically the same thing. We just hope that we can push for the adoption. I think at this point we can't keep using this sandpit model. It's not going to be sustainable. I think, like Engineer Linus said, a big part of it is basically just getting institutional backing and getting the right amount of people involved, government and also private sector. So yeah, hopefully it can move along.
Okay, Architect Jamobuchi, I think I'm going to allow you maybe the next time, maybe 30 minutes to speak about your work on the fire bricks from the banks of River Benue. Yes, I know this is a conversation about CEB, but earthen construction, mud, let me just call it that. Is something that almost everywhere, if you go globally now, people are going back to in form of workshops, sensitization, even just as a hobby. But the attention is going back to mud construction. So, Architect Jamobuchi, can you just maybe give us your closing for this morning? Then we'll finally have Mr. Linus, and I'll just say 1 or 2 things, and then we'll go.
Yes. Like I said before, I'll just recap. Sensitization to change perception, because Nigerians have a weak and poor perception about Earth for now. It's a fact. It's documented in research in so many.
Yeah.
So we have to start from the grassroots, just like I said. let's go back and capture all the technical schools at the secondary level, polytechnics, universities, all the building professional bodies, liaising with NIBRI. Then from there, just like Linus was saying, all this will now form a basis for framework for integrating CEB and other earth construction techniques into our building industry to be a way out for the deficit in housing we're having. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you very much. Engineer Linus.
Yes. Again, I would say, no doubt, CEB has a lot to contribute to the housing deficit in Nigeria. And we cannot fold our hands because we've come this far. And what this is all about is our own commitment. And whoever will have interest in this, I think will do Nigeria a big plus into providing housing for the common man. And of course, whether we like it or not, we need to work harder if we will come out of the present predicaments of compressed outbreaks. So I want to say kudos to you, the organizer and coordinator of this platform, that please don't forget. I don't know why Martin said he's not here. From NIBRI.
I'll call him.
Because NIBRI will form a very strong, because it is the government outlet that is charged with the responsibility of developing raw materials. You know, alongside with the raw material also, in terms of building. So you bring people like NIBRI, raw material, what is there's a body for developing of building materials, raw materials. I think there's I will get the names forward to you. We'll have one or two things with them. Also, the works and housing ministry also. These are key government facilities that are supposed to take up what we are doing. And if we can bring them as we are working, because they will also assist us in getting this framework legally as we are proposing. But let us see how we can push it first. If it is possible, you bring them into this kind of discourse.
Yes.
It will be very important, and it will help us a lot.
I think I
want to thank you.
Honestly, Architect Jamabuchi, Architect Nendi, Binatiri, Engineer Linus, thank you very much. I understand the issue of network sometimes comes in, but honestly, Henry, Madam Rahina, for those who couldn't make it, I got a message from, I think he's a member of Nigerian Institute of Architects, Architect Joe Chong. He sent his apologies. I was trying to see if I could get Engineer Solomon Boturi. He is the brain behind most of the compressed earth brick machines that we have in Jos. So I'll try and get them on. I know time is very tight. People are very busy in Nigeria, but we'll see. Architect Yamabuchi, I'll give you a call later. Nendi will talk. Engineer Linus will talk. Binatiri, I'm still waiting for your short vids and photos to post on my channel. So thank you very much. This has been a very, very wonderful, very packed 1 hour. And I believe we can go further because the more people will have different views. I'll find out what happened with Architect Dafang. Mr. Linus, if you could just send me the number of Architect Polit, and I think there's another person you mentioned. We need to bring these people in. So thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Hopefully we'll meet probably in the next week, but I will send you advance notice at least 2 or 3 days so that at least you can adequately prepare. So thank you very much, and have a very, very nice day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you. So, thank you very much. You got to this stage. We had on the talk, on the conference call, Engineer Linus, former head of Center, Earth Construction Technology, just in Nigeria. We had urban planner Henry Garba, um, quite accomplished person in his own right. He's been into compressed big technology for quite some time. He's built and he has a vast experience. Um, we had Salau Kayode, an estate developer, PhD candidate in ATBU Bauchi. We had architect Tachia Nambe, incidentally my classmate in the university back in the first degree. He lectures with an university in Benue State, and he's had quite a lot of experience in the field of bricks, specifically the bricks, fired bricks, kind of fired bricks made in Benue State, Nigeria. I hope to have him on so that we can talk about that part of his um, experience or interest. We had architect Nendi Gautam. He's a freelance architect based in Kaduna. We also had um, Binatiri, a young guy, very motivated. They have a company in Lagos, state of Nigeria, that are into a novel way of doing or producing compressed earth bricks. We were supposed to have Mr. Peter Masham. He works with the NIBRI. It's a arm of the Nigerian government that delves into the research of in building materials, bricks, and building materials and roads. Yeah, roads and building materials research institute. We were supposed to have an architect, John Mafang, but for some reason he was unable to participate. But oh yeah, we had Madam Rahina Garba. She is a director in the National Commission for Museums and Monuments. And for those who know JOS, the Center for Earth Construction Technology, it's like under it answers to the National Commission for Museums and Monuments. So we had her also, and she gave her own insights. Hopefully, probably next week, we intend to congregate again. But it was a wonderful, wonderful. I could feel the excitement, and yeah. So we have more people coming in. Have more coming in, and I hope we can really spark off this conversation and get something really, really out there for posterity. So thank you very much for listening, and have a good night. Cheers.